Come on.
No, there's so many we haven't seen.
We saw all of them twice.
We didn't see that pink one. We didn't see the pink one.
Well, it makes me wonder. Yeah, it makes me wonder. Oh, I wonder. Oh, I just wonder.
All right, number one rule as YouTubers, don't forget your camera, which we totally did. But we're here at the Tin Can Tourist Rally in Brooksville in Florida. And this was kind of a last minute thing, really. We found this, we hadn't heard of it before.
Well, actually, it was our neighbour Skip and Sue that suggested this. Yes.
Thank you guys. Yeah, so hopefully we will see them here, because I haven't met them, you have.
You haven't?
And so anyway, so we are here, we thought we'd come out. We know nothing about the old antique vintage stuff.
Yeah.
I used to watch Dan from Home Meets Road back in the day, and when he was building his camper, he's got it all up and running now, and he's, you know, I don't think they were full time, but anyway, that was fascinating. But that's all I know.
Okay.
I know that and Airstreams. That's everything.
And it looks like there's a lot here, so...
There is a lot. So this is like an open house kind of thing. So we are going to go and check this out. And we do apologise. Like, actually, we were just saying that this quality is better than normal. So if this video is better than normal, then we'll do it on our phone all the time. But we don't have our microphone, so I apologise for any sound issues, but it should be fine because the phones are fantastic. So I'm very excited. Let's go check out some vintage RVs. There is a lot of Airstreams here, Natalie.
Yes. Old Airstreams.
Yeah, classics. Well, I think some of them are new. So, well, this, I don't know whether this is the Airstream. Oh, look, see, my camera's so fancy, it's blurring it all out. Okay, there you go, that's better. You can see now. So this is, like we said, it's a Tin Can Tourist rally. And so basically it's a group of anyone with antique or vintage trailers, and they go around and they caravan, and they basically, it's a club, basically, for vintage RVs. So I was reading up on the website. I'm sorry, I hadn't heard of you before. And if no one else has and you have a vintage trailer, you need to be a part of this. And so anyway, we've literally just got here. I don't know whether this is the Airstream area or whether there just happens to be a lot of Airstreams here. They're everywhere. And there's some really old school ones. There's some really, like, you know, done up ones. Whoa, look at this bus.
But I'm using the toilet, you get all excited.
Natalie's going to the restaurant. I'm going to go look at this bus. Okay, so this is a 1947 Flxible Clipper. It's flexible without the E. And this is the back, so this is the garage area. And obviously the engine bay as well. And this used to be an old transit bus, and it was converted in like 1957, I think, so that a guy could take his family away in an RV. And so he's converted everything inside. There is a lot of people around this thing. It's very popular. That's the old engine there. It's fantastic. It's really good. Once everyone clears out, there's a lot of people in at the moment. Once it clears out, I'll try and get in and give you a tour. This is a 1949 Little Caesar. I mean, it's very, very shiny. Like, this has been restored completely, but it's actually for sale. So if you're interested, go have a look on their website. It might be on there. It's tiny. It's tiny. This is a 1970s Serro Scotty. Never heard of it. This whole vintage stuff is a whole new world, and I'm really enjoying it.
I knew you would.
You were right, Natalie. I'm going to be honest. I didn't think, I wasn't that bothered about coming here, but this is really, really cool. Like, this is a whole new world that I've never experienced before, and I'm worried now that I'm going to end up buying a vintage RV to do it up.
No.
You brought me here.
No.
This is your fault. This is the next generation of Brazen Brits, I think. Maybe something a bit bigger than this, but it's pretty cool.
Sorted. I have just seen the perfect setup for us now. Van life merges Glamper. There is a Volkswagen, what is it called? Camper van here.
Yeah, the old VW camper vans.
Towing a little baby trailer. So Lawrence can go in the back and me and the dogs can go in the front.
It's like separation together.
Yes, separately together.
Like, I'm a car guy, you probably all know that, but this stuff is cool. I've always wanted the station wagons with like the wood panelling down the side. Like, Natalie will not let me buy one. I'd have an 80s or 90s one if I'm honest, but an old school one would be great. But check this out. We could roll down the road in that. So the interesting thing here is that everyone here, they're actually living in their trailers. This isn't a trailer show or anything. These guys actually go out and they go camping with like-minded people. So these are livable. All of these here, they've towed them here and they are staying in them. And it's very nice for today is an open day for this. So they've opening their trailers and their houses for you to go and have a look in. We wouldn't do that in a campground. Our trailers is usually a complete mess. We'd have to spend 2 days cleaning it all out for people to poke their head in, have a look around. Now some of them aren't quite open. You know, most of them have a plaque outside. If they, you know, they'll give you details of it and they'll invite you in. But so you probably shouldn't just walk up and just rock up into someone's trailer. But this is so cool. Like, this is fascinating.
That's cool.
Like, how can you not like that? Now, one thing I'm not sure, hopefully you can hear me, the music's right behind here, but so they have a normal water connection and it's just a normal 110 plug for the power. I guess, you know, you wouldn't need much more than that, not like today when we have 50 amp. It's just a standard 20 amp. But they have a septic connection here and I don't know, the guy's just talking to someone else, but I don't know whether they come as standard. Like in the 50s, was septic connections normal? I'm not really sure how that happens. In the UK, they don't even have those. They have cassette like toilet things. So I'm going to find someone. I'm going to ask someone about that. Just when you think you've seen everything, they have a fountain at the front of their rig. Water goes down, there's a little pump goes up through a tube, trickles down. That's genius, genius. I've never seen an Airstream that looks like this before, and if I have, I've never noticed it. I don't think it's aluminum. I think it's a fiberglass one, but I don't see any. Oh, wait, there's some details about it here. It's a 1987. Hello. 1987 Airstream.
It's fun. I'm enjoying this.
I'm really feeling it now.
I am.
I'm getting into this whole antique thing. Like, it's not even just the rigs. It's not like they've got old rigs or anything, but they have all the accessories, and some people have got like old school like picnic sets, and you know, like Betty Boop was outside, and they have everything.
Little
So
toasters.
it's not just like an old, you know, antique trailer, but
Like
they have
They
everything.
really
But the
accessorise.
interior, they do it properly. Like, this is really done properly. So I'm feeling it. I'm in.
Do you think this guy feels a little bit left out? It's brand
Yeah.
new Imagine that's
So
just
here's
bonked in the middle.
Here's an antique 2018 Imagine. We nearly bought one of those.
We did.
And then we went for the reflection instead. In fact, I think it was even that one. It was the MK2650, I think. I love this, Natalie. So I've just been talking to this lovely gentleman, Ed, and I asked him about the septic question that I had earlier. And so this doesn't have a shower, is that right? There's no shower, just, okay. And actually a lot of the older trailers would have the same septic system as we have with the full hookups, which is strange because the UK still don't have that now, and they had that here in the 50s. But Ed was saying that this one doesn't. This one is just like a cassette toilet, similar thing. But anyway, he has invited us in to go and check it out. So thank you, Ed.
I like this one, Lawrence, because they have a lot of flags up about wine.
They literally do. It's wine time, and wine is absolutely divine.
It's a 1957 tour home made in Flint, Michigan. So we restored the inside and the out. The outside was painted house paint, orange house paint with a paintbrush, and we had to take everything out, all the windows, everything had to come off. And the inside is totally restored too. So if you look at the refrigerator and stove, this is all original, and the stove is at the bottom.
Which is now a fridge.
It's always been a refrigerator.
Has it always been like
Yes,
that?
this is original.
Oh.
Original boomerang counters, sink, all the original hardware. We had to gut the whole thing and we had to rewire and put new plumbing, but my husband's a woodworker and I did the stain and varnishing and we restored it back exactly how she was. And then this we added,
Except the microwave.
except the microwave with the fantastic fan, and then this is the original heater. And
Oh,
it's
wow.
a propane heater, and it just propane turns it on, just gets hot, and this radiates heat. All the light fixtures, this is the original propane Humphrey lamp,
Wow.
and that's original lamps. and all the windows and everything else are original.
And it hooks up to just normal 20 amp power.
30 amp.
Oh, it's 30 amp. Is it
30
okay?
amp power. And then like I said, we took all the windows out before we had it painted, and the inside was all gutted, and then we rewired everything and then put it back together.
Well, thank you very much. This is
welcome.
amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Hopefully you can hear me because we are right next to the music now, and there's a wasp flying over my head. But I didn't even know, Natalie, that these truck campers, well, I thought this was a new thing, but you can tell this one is fantastic.
It's got leather on it. That's crazy.
It's like leather stuff.
Effect. Oh, hello, wasp.
Oh no, it always goes for me. Oh! This is a 1955 Spartan, and this is like something that was at the RV museum. Like, this is very... I'm going to go and have a look and see what the septic connections are to see if it is one of the normal ones.
You are turning into the black tank guy.
I am the black
Stop
tank
it
guy.
with
It's
your
fascinating.
obsessed with
Do
septicness.
you know, I don't understand why, if they had all of those septic connections from the 50s, they must have had parks and dump stations for that. Why isn't that a thing in the UK?
Okay, that's valid. Valid.
Like, I thought it was a new thing, and so the UK just hadn't adopted it in the past 20 years, but it's not. It's from 1950. Come on, UK, get it together. No one wants those cassette toilets anymore.
No.
But this is how bad we are. Apparently, Spartan is an aircraft company. We need to look into this stuff. We have so much to learn, Natalie. So much to learn. Right, here we are. So it does. It has the original. Oh, sorry, you can't see. Has the original septic connection. I'm guessing it's 30 amp by the measure of that cord, and then you have the water input over here. Another septic, so that must be the bathroom and kitchen probably, or that's storage and that's the output. Fantastic.
This is an original couch from 1953 that came out of my steward, which is another trailer. They're really cool because the fabric, but you guys are something. The fabric, look, it's a sleeper. So it's cool because this comes off. Arms come right off.
Yeah.
And then you just, this folds up, and then the back goes down and becomes a double bed.
Oh,
But it is original,
lovely.
and we just had it professionally reupholstered. That's an original chair out of a 53 Spartan. These chairs fold up.
Right.
There's four
I
of
can
them.
see,
They
yeah.
go in here. And then this goes out into four, so you can set 4 people to eat.
Nice,
Wow.
Yeah.
And then this was too bad. This was wood, but it was too bad. So that's original
Yeah.
top. So I
think it's
put the
remix.
black mat in because I didn't want shiny because it would take away from that. So I kept it dull on purpose so it wouldn't detract. This is all original. Everything in here, all these wood panels and all this cabinetry was gone. But it was here. I mean, it was here, but the kid took it out. He was 21 years old and started this. Another thing that's not original.
So just the sink,
But this is original from way back in 1955. This is original tub. And it's funny, you go in there to take a shower and it'll hit you about right here.
yeah,
So you have to go.
yeah.
Then we have the original, this is all original lighting. I love this light. That's a cool one.
That is
The only real damage that was in here is that corner has that kind of from the heat.
Ah.
But we
Oh,
left-
right. So
we
that's
left it.
not water damage. That's
No, not water damage. I love
water damage.
Where are you from?
We're from the UK.
I love it. Now these we just had made, but they are, exactly what they would be. But this is really rare. You'll see this on some Airstreams, this screen, but it's an aluminum screen, and we found it on eBay. That's from the 50s. It was an unused piece. We got a whole roll that's brand new but never used from the 50s.
Wow.
So we had these 2 screen doors, and they're really cool. You can see out of them really well, but you can't see in very good. So it's a privacy thing. And they're really cool. I mean, they're real heavy. They're the bad part is you can't stretch them like a normal screen.
Right,
like
yes,
these
you just have to
screens.
put them on, yeah.
You got to put them on and just leave them. You can't yank on them.
Did you RV as a child, or is this something you've just got into as an
I
adult?
RV'd with my family. We belong to the Airstream Club.
Oh, okay. Well, then that makes a
So
lot of sense.
I did do that, but that was about it. And then I just started loving old funky trailers.
Cool.
that's
That's
how
a
we
good
got
hobby
here.
to have.
I know.
Expensive hobby to have,
It
but
is.
a good hobby.
So we were obviously very attracted to this rig. We just met Greg and Paula, and no, it's okay. This isn't wood. This isn't bare wood. This is painted. They didn't do it. They bought it like this, but he did redo everything inside. and they're crazy people. He actually used to be like a CAD designer and did a whole bunch of other stuff, and he makes his own hats out of roof flashing.
That's amazing. Oh my goodness.
And you said you make those?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Very carefully.
Which is really cool. I don't know if he sells them or not. I think he just makes them for their friends.
He makes the little coasters though, they're cute.
He does, yeah. He
10 bucks.
3D prints a whole bunch of stuff as well. But I don't know. You can't just walk around here and just ignore this when I thought it was literally open plywood. Like that would last 10 minutes after it's rained if that wasn't painted. Come on.
No, there's so many we haven't seen.
We saw all of them twice.
We didn't see that pink one. We didn't see the pink one with the pinkness.
Anyway, we don't really need to say it. What did you think, Natalie?
10 out of 10. I loved it. It's very unique.
It's amazing. There's no sales here. No one's trying to sell it. Well, some people are trying to sell rigs.
There was two for sale.
This isn't a sales show. It's just literally like enthusiasts for vintage trailers.
Yes.
Everyone wants to talk to you. Everyone wants to show off their rigs. Everyone has a story.
Yeah.
It's like a car show, and I think that's why I love car shows, because like
This is better than a car show for me.
I think it's better than a car show, because here you actually got some of the old school cars. Okay,
And,
not
yeah.
muscle cars and performance cars like I normally like, but they had everything, right?
Yeah, a bit of everything.
They even had old antique stuff, like I don't know, just some of the ovens and stuff that people had, and they would
Yeah,
put
they
all these
were very
antique things
cool.
out. And you know, some people, they go into real detail about how genuine things are when they've restored them.
Take it very seriously, which is great. I love it.
So we just want to thank everyone who gave us a tour of their rigs. We couldn't fit everyone in. There were so many rigs here, and we went around like 2 or 3 times. We've been here 4 hours. We were going to be here for an hour. Well, we're not bored. Natalie still wants to go back now.
wanna go.
So,
I recommend Tin Can Tourists Rallies. Check them out.
Yep.
And go and see where they are when they're having open days, and 100% go and do it.
yeah, you have to go and check it out. And if you have an antique trailer, I don't know what the requirements are to be a member. We only found out about it today. So if you have an antique trailer or a vintage trailer, then definitely go and sign up. It's well worth it.
Yes.
All right, that's all we have time for. It's not, we have loads of time, but we're not going to put it all on this video. We will see you next week.
week.
Let's go back round.
Yeah, just one more time. Just the one with the blue.